Alright, ISKCON Sheshadripuram presents Gita Gyan Essence of Bhagavad Gita Bhakti Steps. So let us start by paying our obeisances to Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki Jai. Radha Bengalurishwar ki Jai. And Gaur Nitai ki Jai. Parshuram Bhagwan ki Jai. Vaman Dev ki Jai. Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Panchatattva Bhagwan ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshtarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. This session is dedicated to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Okay, let's start with this. So it's going to be interactive, devotees. If it's possible, please turn on your videos. Even if you cannot turn on your videos, also please unmute yourself and start speaking. Okay, we're going to go through this. Nice question. What is the simplest thing that you have done in your life? Okay, what is the simplest thing that you have done in your life? Okay, simple question. Let's start with Ganesh Prabhu. You want to say what is the simplest thing that you did in your life? I mean, simple thing but very effective, something like that. Simple but gave you a lot of result.
Breathing.
Okay, breathing exercises. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, Mataji is saying breathing. Yes. I've recently read one research also that it seems that we can cure a lot of diseases with breathing, right? If you breathe rightly, we can cure a lot of diseases, right from stress, mental to physical diseases. Such a nice point, Mataji. Yes. There's some people who are there's some breathing coaches also. You know that they teach you how to breathe properly, and they're getting results. It's not just a fad also. Okay, nice point. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anybody else?
Laughing without reason.
Okay, that's nice. Loving without reason is so. What is the consequence of that? I mean, what do you
But
get?
laughing.
Laughing without reason. Laughing without reason. Okay, that's also nice. It's like the laughing club, right? There's some people. There's a laughter club. People laugh. When you laugh, it says that it increases your health. Yeah, nice point.
Waking up early.
Waking up early. Amazing. Interesting. So when you wake up early, what happens when you wake up early?
You got more time in a day, then
Nice.
can do more things.
Interesting point. Yeah, thanks for adding that. Good one, Prabhu. Yes.
So I want to say this,
Yes.
because waking up early, those days we have this futsal section on Saturdays morning 9 o'clock. So normally the working we will sleeping on Saturdays, right? So and then until towards the afternoon we will sleep and then wake up. So but waking up early and then going to this futsal will make my weekend is a bit longer, and then I enjoy more in the weekends.
Very nice. Interesting point, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Anybody else? What is the simplest yet powerful thing that you have done in your life?
Be present with everybody.
Be present. Wow, amazing point, Mataji. Nice, thank you. So, can you expand a little bit more? What is the benefit of it?
Like I meant to say, even while treating my patients, I used to get into their own shoes and be compassionate and treat all of them as my own. So they now, even though I'm not in touch with them last 6 years, whenever they have any problem with others, they immediately call me and ask for help. So I feel that I was of some use to them and I try to help them.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else wants to say something? What is the simplest yet powerful thing that you have done in your life? May sound simple, but has been.
Yeah.
Yes.
Prabhuji, praying also, no? It's
Yeah.
the simplest thing. You can just pray.
Yeah, prayers. And what do you get by doing prayers?
Get some peace of mind.
Get peace of mind by
Yeah.
doing prayers. Simple
Okay.
ritual, but
Yeah.
a lot of benefit, right? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, devotees. We'll move on. Thank you for speaking your mind. All right, so we'll switch to today's topic and we'll try to connect. We'll talk about some simple things that we can do in life, okay, which can make a lot of difference. Okay, as per the scriptures, what is the simplest thing that we can do which can actually give us a lot of result? Okay, let's talk about this. This is very interesting. This picture, do you see this picture? Uh, the person with the sword there is, any guesses who is?
Dikshit Maharaj.
Parikshit Maharaj, that's right. And then the person who is begging for mercy is
Kali Maharaj.
Kali,
No.
Kali Purush.
Kali,
Yeah,
sorry.
the personality
Kali.
Krishna.
Kali Purusha.
Yeah,
Kali.
yes, Mataji. And then you see that there's a bull there, okay? So that there's a bull, and behind the bull there's a cow. Okay, what's this bull and what's that cow? The bull doesn't seem to have, has
The bull
three
is
legs broken.
Dharma and cow is Mother Earth.
Okay, the bull is Dharma, has three legs broken. There's one standing on one leg. Do you see that? There's one standing on only one leg. That's the bull. Behind that there is the cow. That's the Mother Earth. And so what is this symbolizing? Mother Earth crying and Dharma is on 1 feet in Kali Yuga. Correct?
Yes,
Anybody
Prabhuji.
wants to expand that? Do you want to explain more? What is
The
this?
only leg that we are somehow balancing is truthfulness. All the other three are gone. That is austerity, mercy, and what is the other one, Prabhuji? Austerity, ACMT.
Tapasya,
Compassion.
austerity,
Compassion.
cleanliness,
Cleanliness, cleanliness,
truthfulness.
mercy, and austerity has gone. Only we are somehow managing on truthfulness. And Mother Earth is like requesting no, yeah, to save us from more misfortune. And so, but somehow Parikshit Maharaj says that we can't avoid having the effects of Kali. He gives Kali 5 places to reside, which is places where we gamble, where we take intoxication, where there is slaughtering, then and where there is what do you call gold, too much of
Foolishness.
unhealthy what do you call earning of money. And one more thing is this Vyabhacharini, prostitution.
Okay, wonderful. Nice, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Nicely
Krishna.
summarized. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. So, Kali Yuga, we are in Kali Yuga. How many of you feel that no, we are not in Kali Yuga, we are in Satya Yuga? So, anybody who has opposite views, yeah, you can always present your views. It may sound very cynical or negative, but if you think about it, like how many of you have faced problems when you try to be honest and straight and truthful? Anybody here? No, you try to be honest, but you cannot be, right? For example, maybe you try to be honest and maybe you want to do some transaction in a very honest way, but there is no way to do the transaction in white or something like that. Did that happen to you anytime? Right?
Yes, Prabhuji, it is we have to go with the flow, especially when you have to sell some plot or you have to buy some land of uh, or even a property. We did go through it and we had to use some black and all those things.
Yeah. So all this is happening, right? And how many times we face problems when we are honest and truthful and stand for the right thing, right?
Every day.
Yeah. And all the systems are quite corrupt, right? And corruption is the norm, right? Corruption is the norm. And being honest is outlier, right? And it's very difficult to be honest. Right? You can't be honest yourself constant. Actually, if you observe it, in comparison with the golden standards of how human beings used to live in the past, okay, especially in the previous yugas like Treta Yuga, we heard of Ramarajya, we heard of the times when Yudhishthir Maharaj was a king, and how everything used to be so honest, the dealings used to be very honest. But since the beginning of Kali Yuga itself, that is when we see the Mahabharata story itself, we see things like this happening, right? You know, the two cousins fighting for a kingdom, and that rightfully belonged to the Pandavas, isn't it? But Dhritarashtra was only supposed to be the caretaker. But here is Dhritarashtra, who is supposed to be the caretaker of fatherless Pandavas, plotting to kill them. Now talk about that, right? Plotting to kill them multiple times, not even once. And here are Pandavas tolerating, not revolting, till the very end when there was no other choice, right? So, so much of difference. Today is, Vijay Dashami, right? The day when Lord Ramachandra fought with Ravana, right? And he killed him, right? Vijay Dashami. So there's a lot of difference in the story of Ramayana and Mahabharata. If you see in Mahabharata, we see much more corruption, much more influence of Kali, because it's much closer to the Kali Yuga. Mahabharata is much closer to our real life, I feel, isn't it? So ultimately the point is this, okay? The defects of people of Kali Yuga are 4. It is said, Prayana Alpayusha Sabhya Yugavasmin Idi Janaha Mandasu Mandamatayoho Mandabhagyahi Upadduta. There are a couple of defects of people in Kali Yuga. The defects are like this, that first of all, they're Alpayushaha. They don't live for the entire lifetime. And they're quarrelsome and they're lazy, Manda. People are very lazy in Kali Yuga. It's easy to succeed in Kali Yuga in a way, because I used to feel that, when I was a student, it's easy to get good marks in Kali Yuga because most of them are not studying at all. You just have to study a little bit, that's it. You will pass. Because everybody is lazy, misguided. Some of them want to take some spiritual life or take to some religious life, but they are misguided by the non-bona fide spiritual masters. They are misguided and they are unlucky also. And it's like, more or less everybody's horoscope is like there is something very bad going on in their horoscope. Okay, you don't find any horoscope which is not having any problem. Unlucky. And on top of all of this, they are always disturbed, right? You cannot find somebody who is at peace, right? In this state of mind, how can we execute the religious principles fairly? And how can we execute the topmost religious principles and, go back to home, back to Godhead, which is like the highest motivation of life, right? See, this is the problem, right? This is a big problem. The previous yugas, how many yugas do we have? And what are they? Can anybody read that out? What are the different yugas? How many yugas and what are the names? 4 yugas.
Okay, Press.
Please explain. What are the names of the yugas?
Krita Yuga, Satya Yuga, Treta
Yes.
Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Prabhuji.
Okay, right. Thank you. Would you like to read this slide also? Go ahead.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Oh, 1 minute. It's very slow. Okay, Hare Krishna. Krite yedhyayato Vishnum Tretayam yajato mukaihi Dvapare paricharyayam Kalau tadhari kirtanat. That is as in Srimad Bhagavatam 12.3.52. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Whatever result was obtained in Satya Yuga by meditating on Vishnu in Treta Yuga by performing sacrifices And in Dwapar Yuga, by serving the Lord's lotus feet can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
very much. This is the spiritual processes which are recommended in the Vedas for the 4 yugas. If you had to become liberated in the Satya Yuga, you had to take a off or a leave for how many days? 10,000 years. Because they could live for so many lakhs of years. So they could take an off for 10,000 years and they could go to forests and meditate. That was Krita Yuga. So Kriteya Dhyayato Vishnum. By meditating upon Lord Vishnu, one could get liberation in the Krita Yuga. And in the Treta Yuga, the process of sacrifice was predominant. We know when you read this Valmiki Ramayana, you will see that Dashrath Maharaj used to perform so many fire sacrifices, okay, hundreds of them. Even Lord Ramchandra performed hundreds of Ashwamedha Yajna and fire sacrifices. Every single day they used to perform a fire sacrifice, okay, the kings. That was the process which was meant for Treta Yuga. And when they used to perform these sacrifices, fire sacrifices, the demigods used to appear in front of them, right? We see when Prithu Maharaj did this fire sacrifice, Lord Vishnu appeared, right, directly. So this was possible in that Treta Yuga and all. And then came the Dwapar Yuga, the previous Yuga, where temple worship was predominant. So elaborate temple worship, like they do it in Jagannath Puri, right? 56 times they offer to the Lord, right? 54 times or something. I don't remember how many times. A lot of times they offer it to the Lord, right? 56 items they offer it to the Lord. And it's very elaborate procedures. You see, even today, if we go to Tirupati, if we go to any temples, some temples like Sri Vaishnava temples or temples like that, we'll see they are following the Agama Shastra properly, Pancharatrika Vidhi. And very strictly they are performing all this temple worship and all. But Kali Yuga, it is said that Hari Kirtanath. Hari Kirtanath is, Kali Yuga is very difficult to do any formal process which requires rules and regulations, okay. So Lord is very kind. He made it very simplified for the general public of Kali Yuga, that simply you can chant the names of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and get liberated. As simple as that, right? Let's go to the next one. Yeah, which one would you choose if you had to choose between one among these? Meditate in the Himalayas for tens of thousands of years, okay, retire and go to Himalayas and meditate there, or perform elaborate fire sacrifices, which is a very expensive affair, right? It requires tons of geese, and you need to get very qualified brahmanas for doing this. And because any mistake in the mantras can do the reverse effect, okay, very carefully has to be performed. And how are we going to even get the ghee, right? I mean, where is the ghee? Pure ghee. It's all adulterated ghee and all, right? People don't know the mantras, and even the whatever substance that we are using for fire sacrifice is all adulterated, and it's a very expensive affair. Okay, and the third one is perform deity worship 6 times a day with 16 paraphernalia and 6 strict rules. Performing deity worship is also very difficult. Those of you who have deities at home, you will agree, right? Having deities at home is not so easy, because you have to serve the deities with very carefully, right? And to offer bhoga, there's so many rules, regulations, every time you go to the washroom, you have to take bath, something like that. So many strict rules are there. You'll be surprised to see, okay, even in the temples, okay, the priests of, in the ISKCON temple or any temple also, they cannot go for the nature call. You know that? When they are in the altar, they cannot go for the nature call. So they do not eat or drink water at least 4 hours before coming to the altar, because they cannot go to the washroom. If they go to the washroom, they'll have to take a bath and then come back to the altar. So it's not so easy, okay. Deity worship is very difficult. There's so many rules, regulations, you can't do it casually. The final is chant the names of Krishna. Anytime, anywhere, anybody. Hari Sarvatra Sarvada. Anytime, any place, anywhere. Even casually. Srimad Bhagavatam, it says, even if somebody is laughingly saying, just for fun. Sometimes in the south they make fun. They say Govinda, Govinda. That means finished. Everything is over. So if somebody stole the money, they'll say Govinda, Govinda. Everything is gone. Right? Like that. So like that, it's even for a joke also, if you say, it works. Right? That's the names of chanting the names of Krishna. So which one would you choose?
The last one.
Yeah, easy choice, no? Chanting the names of Krishna is so easy in comparison to all of this. Don't have to, do strict austerities in the Himalayas or perform these elaborate fire sacrifices, which require so much of austerity again. And performing deity worship is also so difficult. Chanting the names of Krishna is so easy, simplest. Let's go to the next one. I would like any devotee to please read this.
Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Lord Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to teach the Yuga Dharma. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagnaihi Sankirtana Prayar Yajantihi Sumedasa. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.32. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In this age of Kali, those who are intelligent perform the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appears in this age always describing the glories of Krishna. That incarnation is yellowish in hue and is always associated with his plenary expansions such as Sri Nityananda Prabhu and personal expansions such as Gadadhara, as well as his devotees and associates such as Swarupa Damodara. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Nitya Mataji, would you like to add something to this? Yes, any points, with respect to just general points with respect to chanting, one or two?
Yes, Prabhuji. Before chanting, we recite that Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So it is nothing but Lord Chaitanya has appeared in this Kali Yuga and he has shown as an example. He's a Radharani himself, and he has shown himself practically. That is how we have to chant the holy names. Always we have to chant the glories of Lord Krishna. And he's associated with his plenary expansions always, such as Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and personal expansions Gadadhara Pandit, and as well as his devotees Swarupa Damodara.
Yeah.
And thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Nice. Thank you, Mataji. So we discussed about this incarnations of the Lord in the last class, and we spoke about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, I'll give you a little brief about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnation. This is like around 538 years ago. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the land of West Bengal, in the Navadvip Dham. And very interesting story, okay? Sometime we will discuss the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But overall, in essence, what he did was, he stressed one point. His teachings revolve around only one thing. Please chant the names of Krishna. Okay, always, wherever he used to go, he used to say, chant the names of Krishna. That's it. Please chant the names of Krishna. He used to request everybody, chant the names of Krishna. And he himself used to be absorbed in chanting the names of Krishna. And he used to be in that devotional ecstasy by chanting the names of Krishna. Okay, so he has inaugurated this Sankirtana movement for the Kali Yuga. That it's almost like, syllabus has changed, right? Sometimes in schools, we have a syllabus change that happens, right? And then teachers will be struggling to, what do you say?
Cope up with the new one.
Cope up with the new syllabus. Even students and teachers alike will be struggling with the change of the syllabus. So at that time, we need some help, right? So that is Lord Krishna himself has come to, update the syllabus, revise and help us out. That, okay, this is how you have to do it. He came and he said, okay, this is how you can chant. Everybody can chant. She will be very surprised to know, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Do you know how they used to chant the names of Krishna in Bengal? Any guesses? In what circumstance they used to chant the names of Krishna? Any guess? I mean, what standards they used to follow for chanting the names of Krishna? Is it after taking bath, or is it something like that? I mean, you can guess. The most extreme thing that you can think of. You know how they used to be chanting is
Austerity, tapas.
tapas, okay? And what kind of tapas? When will they chant?
Standing on one leg.
When will they chant? I mean, in which situation they will chant the names of Krishna? They will chant. It's not that they don't chant. But when they
It
will
will be
chant?
in any condition they'll chant.
Huh?
It will be in any condition, wherever they are, they'll chant.
Yeah, that's right. But they never used to chant in any condition. They used to chant only in some very specific condition.
Okay.
And not all of them also, very few of them. You know,
In front of the Tulsi Devi,
in
Prabhuji.
front of Tulsi Devi, okay, that's a good guess. Okay, still more. Even not even in front of Tulsi they used to chant. Okay.
They visit each and every house and they chant, and
Yeah. I'll tell you, you'll be surprised. How they used to chant is, every day morning there is Ganga, right? In Bengal, in Ganga, there's Ganga. So when they go to take bath, right? When they are inside Ganga, standing within Ganga, so that time at least you are pure, na? So within Ganga, when they are standing, they used to chant the names of Krishna. That's all.
oh,
Okay, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started chanting everywhere with everybody. Then the local Brahmanas, they went and complained against Chand Kazi, who is the local authorities, the Muslim authorities, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is spoiling our religion. He is chanting the pure holy names of Krishna everywhere. He's making everybody chant. Right? And there's a very nice pastime that happens. Chand Kazi comes and he gives a warning. Hey, who is chanting here? And there's some associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who were doing mridangam. He breaks the mridangam. Okay, even that mridangam that Chand Kazi broke, na, it is there in Mayapur even today. Those of you who went to Mayapur, you would have seen that. Kol Banga. That broken mridanga is still there. Right? And then he gives a warning. I'm giving you a warning. Nobody will chant the names of Krishna. What is this new business you have started? What is this new thing? Chanting the names of Krishna everywhere, anywhere, singing Hare Krishna. Stop this. Hindus, be very careful. Okay, I'll kill you. I'll convert you. He says that and gives a warning and he'll go. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got to know this. That Chand Kazi had come and broken a mridanga and warned that nobody should chant the names of Krishna. Okay. So then what will Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes extremely angry and he says, I'm going to finish all these people today. Okay. And then he starts a very massive Sankirtana. And lakhs of people join him. And all of them are with mridangas. They are all chanting the names of Krishna. They are all chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And all of them in the night, they go to the house of Chand Kazi. This is the first civil disobedience movement. Right? This happened in 1500s. The civil disobedience movement started by the Lord himself. And lakhs of people, all of them chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and all of them having that fire, fire brands in their hand, right? They all went very angrily, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a discussion with Chand Kazi, and he says, what is the problem? I have come to discuss with you. Right? And Chand Kazi becomes very scared, and then they have a discussion there. And Chand Kazi agrees to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he says, I will never disturb your Sankirtan movement. So not only now, even in future for the next any number of generations, nobody will disturb your Sankirtan movement. You are free to, chant and go ahead with your Sankirtan movement. That is how Sankirtan movement started. Okay. So this is a point. The point is it's a very nice verse. Krishna.
Prabhuji, I just wanted to
Yeah,
add
please,
one
please.
more thing.
Yeah.
The beautiful Shikshashtakam, we are relishing it, Prabhuji, and full Krishna consciousness is explained only in 8 verses, Prabhuji. 8 verses enough for us to understand Krishna consciousness. No need of any Vaishnava etiquette books, because what is the etiquette is explained in that. And actually, we are singing every day and we are relishing it. Thank you so much for Shikshashtakam and you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, wonderful. Yes, nice point. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wrote only one teaching, Shishashtakam. That's it. 8 verses. In that 8 verses, he explains so beautifully. So much of explanation is there, right? It's very nice words from Bhagavatam. It's saying Krishna Varnam, Tvisha Krishnam. Krishna Varnam means he is in the category of Krishna, but Tvisha Akrishnam. But his color is not like that of Krishna. He is in the category of Krishna, but Akrishnam, he is not in the color of Krishna. He is in the opposite of color Krishna. He is in the color of Radharani. He is Gaurangi. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, he is Gauranga. He is in the color of Gaurangi. Sango Pangastra Parshadam. And then he appears along with all of his associates. Like we say, Sri Chaitanya, we say na, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavranda. So Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful. And what he has done? Yajnai Sankirtana Prayahi. Sankirtana Yajna. We discussed about so many different types of fire sacrifices. Right? We saw Dhyana Yajna, Jnana Yajna, and Ashtanga Yajna, all of these different types of Yajna. And then here is Japa Yajna, Sankirtana Yajna. Yajna Sankirtana Prai Yajanti Sumedha Saha. In the Kali Yuga, it is said Sumedha Saha means the intelligent people, those who are very intelligent, they do this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. They do chanting. Because if you see in all the scriptures of our Vedic literature, all the scriptures, all the 18 Puranas, I have noted that towards the end there will be one chapter called Kali Yuga. And the conclusion will be the same. It says that in Kali Yuga, we have to chant the names of Krishna. That is the only way to do it. So it is only that we did not read our scriptures properly. But anybody who has read the scriptures properly comes to the right conclusion that contextually, because we are in Kali Yuga, and the most effective process of worship of Kali Yuga is chanting the names of Krishna. That's all. There's nothing beyond this. Anything beyond this is not very effective. Okay? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been predicted in the scriptures. See, any incarnation we should not accept just like that. Okay. One day what happened was, there were some devotees around Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They all started saying that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think you are an incarnation of Krishna. Please clarify, are you an incarnation or not? Right? At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu responds and says something very nice. He says, see, incarnation doesn't come and say, I am an incarnation. That is not the procedure. You have to find out by reading the scriptures. Right? Why? This is very relevant, because today we have so many fake godmen who openly say, I am incarnation, like that. But an incarnation never comes and says, I am an incarnation of God. It is by reading the scriptures we understand that he is an incarnation or not. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you actually see, there are so many scriptures mentioning Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that his name is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his name is Gauranga, his name is Nimai, his mother's name is Sachi Devi, he will be born in Navadvip Dham, he will be born in Mayapur. Many Puranas, a lot of Vedic literatures are giving this, how he will be starting the Hare Krishna movement, all of this. Suvarnavarno Hemango Varangas Chandanangadi. Okay, I would like anybody to read this. This is what is this verse? Anybody knows which verse is this? Suvarnavarno Hemang. Is this familiar to you?
Vishnu Sahasranama.
Vishnu Sahasranama. But I didn't
Sahasranama.
Prabhu.
Suvarnavarno Hemango Varangas Chandanangadi. Yeah, please read this.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted in the scriptures. Suvarnavarna Hemango Varangas Chandanangadi Sanyasakrit Chamashanto Nishtha Shanti Parayana. Vishnu Sahasranama. Translation: the Lord in the incarnation of Gaurasundara has a golden complexion. Indeed, his entire body, which is very nicely constituted, is like molten gold. Sandalwood pulp is smeared all over his body. He will take the 4th order of spiritual life, sannyasa, and will be very much self-controlled. He will be distinguished from Mayavadi sannyasis in that he will be fixed in devotional service and will spread the Sankirtana movement.
Yes. Would you like to say a little bit, expand on this, please? Whatever points that you can think of. Yeah.
Subarnavarna Hemango ke Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the incarnation of Krishna and Radharani. So his incarnation is golden, his golden color, the complexion. Uh, and then sandalwood pulp is smeared all over his body. Yes, Prabhuji.
No problem.
Prabhuji, I would like to add one point is the astrologer told the astrologer who sees Chaitanya Charita, sees the baby and he says that he's going to become a he's going to attain sannyasa. This was actually told by the astrologer, I suppose, Prabhuji. He said that he will take sannyasa in a very young age, and so I forgot the astrologer's name, but he told that this was told by that. I don't know whether I'm correct or wrong,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
yeah,
Hare.
you're right, you're right, you're right. Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Komla Mataji and Nitya Mataji. Yeah, anybody wants to add some points to this? Any pastime that you remember or anything related to this verse? You want to add your reflections?
Prabhuji, I just have a question.
Yes, please.
Here they have mentioned Vishnu Sahasranam. So, this is a translation of Vishnu Sahasranam. Exactly what is there here?
Yes,
Like
yes.
he will be reincarnated, and he will take up sannyasatva, and he will actually spread Hare Krishna mantra. I mean, he will probably pass on that moment. So
Yes.
is this what is written in Vishnu Sahasranama? Is this the exact
Yes.
translation? Okay. So
This
it
is,
is already
yeah,
written in our scriptures that he will be reincarnated. So this is not like today's godmen who claim themselves
right.
that they are God. So it's written in our scriptures that we will have Chaitanya Prabhuji being born in Mayapur, and he will be one of Krishna Leela. So that is what is already written in the scriptures. So he is not claiming himself to be God. It was already written that he is one.
Right, Mataji. That's right. That's nice. Thank you for adding that.
Prabhuji, in
Yes, please.
Kashi, when the impersonalists were having a satsang, he very humbly he was sitting outside that meeting when Prakashananda noticed that he invited him, and then he got convinced that this our bhakti yoga is better than any other kind of service, and that is what then all of them agreed with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, before they were totally into impersonalism. So
Nice.
that's how he propagated his way of devotional service. When and Prakashananda, I think so, was he understood his teachings, and also probably he followed him later. Then then he went down south to preach, and then he also got the animals into the devotional mood while in the Jharkhand forests. Then near Godavari River, he met Ramananda Raya, and they had a very nice exchange of what do you call exchange of their experiences with about Radharani's pure devotional service, and then he invited Ramananda Rai to back to Jagannath Puri. Then when he that's all, Prabhuji, I remember recollect. And also in that Godavari area, he met one saint. I can't remember his name, and he told him, "You just simply you don't who wanted to actually take sannyasi." He said, "No, you stay in your grahastha, but you start preaching this Maha mantra." And so he did that. Wherever he was going, he was just preaching this Sankirtana movement. And then after his South India tour, he went back, and there he got associated with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and um, all these people. But before that itself, he got, I mean, he was in touch with Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and he had already preached them. In 2 months, he finished giving initiation to Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami in what is it, Prayagaraj. Am I
Prayagraj.
right, Prabhuji, or
Yes,
it
yes.
is
Yeah,
something
it's
which
right.
is?
No, Mataji.
Uh, then they told Sanatana Goswami not to go to Vrindavana, but stay in. Is it correct or am I wrong, Prabhuji?
Yes. Go ahead.
Then Rupa Goswami was there in Vrindavana. Then later Sanatana Goswami went there. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained in Jagannath Puri, where he was associated with Harinam. What is that? I'm forgetting now. Wait. Uh,
Haridas Thakur.
Haridas Thakura, yes, Haridas Thakura. And he maintained, I mean, he was extremely kind to Haridas Thakura, because Haridas Thakura couldn't go to Jagannath Puri temple. He was so magnanimous that he was even giving him prasadam from the temple, because he was all the time chanting for almost 22 hours a day. And then despite all those hardships that Haridasa Thakura faced, he considered himself extremely fortunate to be in a close association with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then when he left his body, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there with him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu placed his foot on Haridas Thakura's chest, which was his desire actually. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu conducted his last rites, and he took him in a procession, and all through the Jagannath Puri area, and arranged for a nice, what is that,
Feast.
Mahaprasadam,
Nice feast. Prasadam. Yes.
nice feast, yes. And then there is still a lot more, Prabhuji. Then I will
Yeah.
stop here, otherwise the class will be.
Thank
I
you
do
so
not
much.
hijack.
No, no, no problem. Thank you, Mataji. You summarized a lot of interesting pastimes of.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
All
Hare Krishna.
glories to Srila Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes, amazing, wonderful. So I think you're all relishing the Chaitanya Charitamrita reading every day very nicely. Good, Mataji.
Yeah. Prabhuji, and before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think impersonalism was more popular, and I think
Right.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the one who showed the world that to worship the Lord in this personal form. So
Correct.
there's a clear-cut distinguishing between the personalists and impersonalists, and the Mayavadis.
Right.
So I think there was a lot of mm, debate between this Mayavadis and how uh, right. I
Right.
think with this Shankaracharya, I think you mentioned many a times about how he was for Mayavadi. He used to preach the Mayavadi philosophy, and uh, how he upheld these personal home worshipping. Yes, that is what I wanted to
Thank you
mention.
for adding. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Definitely. Nice. Very nice devotees. So, in a nutshell, we heard a lot of pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I would suggest devotees to read Chaitanya Charitamrita or join our reading classes, which we are having every day at 5:30 p.m. if you want to read more and relish these pastimes. But in a nutshell, this is the point. that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is predicted in the scriptures. In many scriptures, you can find some articles on Google. I can share with you. A lot of scriptures, including Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishnu Sahasranam, which is Mahabharata, and many scriptures are very clearly pointed about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And indeed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes are also wonderful. Just now, Mataji was talking about the pastime of Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur was a Muslim, and he was associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he used to chant 22 hours a day Krishna's names. He was not allowed inside the temple, but he did not bother too much about it. He was only busy chanting his names. That's it, chanting the names of Krishna. That's all. That was his business all throughout the day. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to personally bring prasadam for him. And when Haridas Thakur passed away, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorified him so much, and he said that here is a Namacharya. He said, this person, Haridas Thakur, is Nama Acharya. Is such a great exalted soul because he has shown us how we must chant Kirtaniya Sada Hari. We must always chant the names of Krishna. Haridas Thakur was a Muslim. He was not going to the temple, not doing any ritualistic any activities, okay? Any puja, part, anything. Throughout the day, 22 hours he was chanting. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed that this is perfect example of how one should be in Kali Yuga. Like Haridas Thakur. We may not be able to imitate him, but the best ideal, Acharya, how we should chant always without any other consideration, very humbly chanting the names of Krishna. Okay. That's what, and another interesting point here is saying, Vishnu Sahasranama, Suvarna Varno Hemanga Varanga Chandanangadi is applied with sandalwood pulp, and is Suvarna Varna. Gauranga means Suvarna, means Gaura means like a golden, molten golden color. Sannyasa Krichamashanto. He takes sannyasa. Okay, there are multiple incarnations of Krishna who took sannyasa. Even Krishna himself took sannyasa towards the end. Many people don't know. But that was very brief period. It was not like an official sannyasa ceremony. And we know Rishabhadeva also took sannyasa. He leaves his kingdom and goes to the forest. And but when it comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took a very formal sannyasi. If you want to see an avatar of Krishna in a proper sannyasi dress, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where he is following all the rules of sannyasa, etc. Sannyasa krichama shanto nishta shanti parayana. And there is also one pastime that we had, that Mataji was explaining, that one day what happened in the Kashi, Varanasi, there are a lot of impersonalists. The followers of Shankaracharya are predominant in Kashi, Varanasi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Varanasi once, and when he went there, he was chanting the names of Krishna and he was dancing. He was a sannyasi himself. See, a sannyasi dancing and singing is not a usual thing. So they were very disturbed by seeing this sight, and they asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come for a discussion, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu politely rejected a lot of times. But one day he went there to discuss with them, to discuss the philosophy, why he is doing like that. So the head, Prakashananda Saraswati, who is the head impersonalist there, he says, why are you taken sannyasa in this Advaita Sampradaya? Why are you dancing, chanting like this? You are supposed to be reading the Upanishads and sit in silence and do austerities. For that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains about the importance of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, explains the importance of chanting of Hare Krishna and chanting the names of Krishna. And with scriptural quotes, he convinces, and he kind of convinces them, he defeats all of them. And Prakashananda Saraswati completely transforms, and he says, whatever you are saying is absolutely right. We have been into this process, but it's not the most superior process. The best process in Kali Yuga is to chant the names of Krishna, and there is no better process than that. That's it. And he completely agreed to whatever philosophy Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. So this is the point. Okay, we're coming back to our topic, that we may take to so many different spiritual processes, but there is nothing better than this, right? Better than the chanting of Hare Krishna, right? So because chanting cleanses our heart, right? We were talking about Shikshashtakam. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava maha davagni nirvapanam shreyakkairava chandrika vitaranam vidya vadhu jivanam anandambudhi vardhanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Sri Krishna sankirtanam. Why should you chant? Well, you should chant because we have pollution problem, right? We have our air is polluted, we have sound pollution, we have air pollution, we have land pollution. How about mind pollution? How about heart pollution? Is that a problem also? Yes, no, devotees. Can heart be polluted?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So is it important to clean our heart, or we should only focus on air pollution and water pollution and stuff like that?
Very important, Prabhuji. Very important.
Very important to cleanse our heart. So simple point, chanting will cleanse your heart. Okay, that reduces the pollution of our heart. Simple. All that, the lusty desires, the anger, the enviousness that we have, the greed that we have, all of that will be extinguished by chanting, and we can ultimately go back to God. And this Kali Yuga is full of defects, right? It is criticized. I was speaking about how in this age, one cannot be honest, one cannot be straightforward and be a good man here. Okay, we have to bend to the system and be corrupt by default. Corruption is default. Kalir dosha nidhe rajan asti eko hi mahan gunaha kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha param brajet. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to transcendental kingdom. So, should we be unhappy that we are born in the age of Kali, or should we be happy? What do you think?
One way we are happy.
Happy, Prabhuji.
Why Prabhu?
Because chanting Hare Krishna, it's very easy.
Yeah, because we can get liberated very easily. Just simply chant Hare Krishna. We don't have to be like Rishabhadeva, go to the forest and sit and do so many austerities, right? Happily sit, right? Haridas Thakur used to, there's a nice place, okay, in Jagannath Puri, if you go there, you can see there's a tree under which he used to sit and chant. The tree is still there. Like that, you sit down in a nice place, okay, comfortably, switch on your fan, switch on your AC, okay. Keep your phone on silent, happily chant, right? So this is a good quality of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Stay where you are and chant and go back to God, right? Even though Kali Yuga is full of defects, all bad things are happening here, this is the one good thing Krishna has given to us. And why we should chant Krishna's name, why not any other demigod name, is this: Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, Kalav nasteva, nasteva gatir, anyatha, Brihad Naradiya Purana. Particularly in the Kali Yuga, it's called the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. The only means of deliverance is Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, 3 times. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Kalav nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatir, anyatha. Stressed very much. So it's a very simple ticket to go to Goloka. If you want to buy a ticket to Goloka, the topmost transcendental kingdom, which is very difficult, okay? In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, how a yogi should be sitting. Shukadeva Goswami explains, you go at the time of death, yogi should be sitting and he should sit in a certain mudra, he should be covering with his feet. Yeah, he should be sitting in certain kind of a posture. And then he should try to project his, it's called the Shak Chakra Yoga, right? How he projects his prana from the lowermost chakra to the Sahasrara chakra and beyond, and how he has to go beyond the transcendental, beyond different material worlds is explained there, okay? Actually, we don't have to struggle so much, not even needed to do all of that, okay? Shak Chakra Yoga and all of that. Everything is included in this. Just get one bead bag. Okay, if you don't have one, get some beads and chant. So simple, isn't it? And it's the most auspicious activity also, because even if you see in terms of ordinary karma kanda, it is better than chanting, it is better than donating 1 crore cows in charity during an eclipse of the sun. During the solar eclipse, if you donate cows in charity, in Kurukshetra it is said it is very auspicious. But this is better than donating 1 crore during the solar eclipse. It is said that if you live in Prayagraj, it is great. It's very purifying. It's better than living there for millions of years. It is said if you give Swarna Dana, that is gold to the Brahmanas, very educated in the Vedas, it's very auspicious. But chanting of the holy names is better than that. Giving a mountain of gold to the sacrifice of Brahmanas. Because all of these activities are not even 1/100th part of chanting the Hare Krishna. So powerful, see? Here is the best part. By chanting, you can not only get liberated, but you can get love of Godhead, which is a priceless treasure. Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema means love of Godhead. This is very difficult to get. Right? Getting an ecstatic love for Krishna is impossible. And Navavida Bhakti is very powerful and potent forms of spiritual practices, and out of which chanting is the best. Okay, how do you decide which medicine to take for an ailment? Okay, here is a question for you. Okay, if you have a problem, okay, medical issue, there are always multiple alternatives, isn't it? Like you'll have allopathy, homeopathy. Even in allopathy, you have so many different medicines, different brands are there, different formulas are there. How do you decide which medicine to take? Tell me. Which
We
medicine?
consult a
Go by
physician.
the prescription.
You go for the prescription, you consult a physician, right? So that's nice. So we need a prescription from an authorized doctor. There can be many medicines in the pharmacy. You can go to the pharmacy and ask the pharmacist, but maybe risky, right? Not the best way to take medicine, but a lot of people do this, right? It can be risky, dangerous. But we need a doctor's prescription, especially there are some drugs, which you cannot buy without doctor's prescription, right? Some dangerous drugs like that. So here is a prescription by Lord Brahma. So once Srila Prabhupada said this, see, you can chant any names of Krishna, but this is a prescription given by Lord Brahma, and this is a prescription given by our Sampradaya, and our Sampradaya Acharya is Lord Brahma, and here is a prescription of Lord Brahma for Kali Yuga, right? So therefore, please chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Simple. Why Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? Because Lord Brahma's prescription. Where is it given? Kali Santarana Upanishad. There is an Upanishad called Kali Santarana Upanishad. Kali Santarana Upanishad. Santarana means which can cross us over the Kali Yuga. Because the Kali Yuga is very degraded, it can pollute us further, it can make us degraded, it will make us lose our religious principles, our values, and make us further degraded. But there is a way to cross over this problem. That's what is Lord Brahma telling to his son, that is Narada Muni, when Narada Muni asked, what should we do? How can people of Kali Yuga deliver themselves? Then Lord Brahma said this, simply by chanting the transcendental names of the Lord, all the sins will be cleared in Kali Yuga. And then Narada again asked, okay, which specific name? Can you tell me specific names? Lord has so many names. Lord Narayana, Lord Vishnu has hundreds, is Ananta, infinite names. Which one is most effective for Kali Yuga? Then Soho Vacha Hiranya Garbha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Iti Chodashakam Namnam Kali Kalmashanashanam Natap Parataropaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. Lord Brahma replied, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 16 words mantra, are especially meant for completely destroying all the contamination of Kali. To save oneself from the contamination of Kali Yuga, there is no alternative in all the Vedas except for chanting of this 16-word mantra. It says, Nata Parataropaya. There is no other way. Don't think there is something alternative. Nata Parataropaya. Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. Lord Brahma, he gives all the 4 Vedas to the human beings, right? He has read the Vedas many times and he's saying, no, there's nothing better than this. This is the best. Chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is the best. So how many words does Hare Krishna Maha Mantra have? Ultimately, 16. How many unique words? 3. Hare,
3.
Krishna and Rama. Hare means energy of the absolute truth. Krishna means all attractive, source of all the energies, the source of the energy, the energetic Krishna. Rama means it can be referring to Balram or Parshuram or Nityananda Ram or Lord Ramachandra. Ramante yogino anante satyanande chidatmani iti Rama padanesho parabrahma vidiyate. Parabrahman. Krishna is all attractive. Rama is Parabrahman. It's the same. Okay, Krishna, Rama, same. Hare is the energy of Krishna. Right. So we are chanting this, and so essentially we are saying, we are praying to Radharani and saying, Radharani, please give us mercy of Krishna. That's it. We are begging for mercy. How many times should we chant this? Okay, the prescribed count is 16 rounds. Why should we even count? Okay, because the acharyas used to count, we should also count. Okay, anything is count, anything important you count, isn't it? We count the number of chapatis that we eat. We count the money when we are depositing it inside the bank. Why not count the rounds? Okay, it will keep us a track of how many did we do. Otherwise, we may be in an illusion that I chanted a lot today, but we may have chanted less. So the acharyas are saying, Prabhupada has given 16 rounds. Okay, and there's a difference between chanting anything else versus chanting Krishna's names. You can go on say chanting water, 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 water. Will your thirst be quenched? Tell me. If you simply say water, 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 is it same as drinking water?
No.
No. But if you chant Krishna names, it is direct association with Krishna. Do not think that Krishna is separate from his names. A lot of times Prabhupada says in lectures, why are you stressing to see God? Why do you want to see Krishna? Why only see with eyes? Is it not enough to hear with ears? So when you can experience Krishna with ears, then why are you stressing on seeing? A lot of times we stress that, can you show me God? Can I see God? Can I see Krishna? Yes, you can see. You can experience Krishna. You can hear Krishna. Krishna is present in the syllables. Krishna is present in the sound form. Shabde ke paurusham rusha. So he is present in the sound form. Then why don't we just experience Krishna in the sound form itself, which is accessible for us? Why we should stress on seeing Krishna? There is no difference between his names and Krishna. Same thing. So as long as you are chanting Hare Krishna, it is like you are having a personal appointment with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is with you. Okay, as long as you're chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna is just with you. It's your private time with Krishna. Radha, Krishna are dancing on the tongue where Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is chanted. Right? So this is so powerful. Right? So yeah, so that's about it. We'll just hear one lecture by Prabhupada here. We'll just hear this and we will stop. Let's hear this now.
Hallowed be thy name, my Lord, Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Let your holy name be glorified. This is our moment. It is not a sectarian, it is a very scientific movement. Scientific movement because at the present moment we are all godless, forgotten what is God and what to speak of his name. They do not believe in God and what to speak of his name, fame, his place, his activities, his form, his quality. How we can know? There is no educational system about the science of God. This movement, Krishna consciousness movement, is teaching the science of God. And if you accept the name of the God, name of God, Krishna, this is also a form in other system also, then you will be able to associate with God immediately. Because God is absolute. Absolute means there is no difference. Just like in the relative world, this is relative world. Material world means relative world. Relative world means the sun. As soon as I say the sun, there must be a father. As soon as I say a friend, there must be another man, friend. As soon as I say water, there must be something as water. But in the absolute world, the name water and the water is the same. This is called absolute. No different separation. So in the kingdom of God, the God is God and His Son is also God. There, everything, there is no difference between the name and the substance. Here in this material world, the name and the substance different. Just like if I am thirsty, I want water. So the water must come to me. If I simply chant water, 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 that will not be effective, because it is relative. But in the transcendental world, Krishna is the name of God, and it is God also. So, by chanting Hare Krishna, you are directly in contact with God. This is the meaning of Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna devotees. So, what did you understand from this? Very short, brief points. What did you understand? Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Just an Hare Krishna mantra is enough for everything.
Yes, Prabhu. Nice. Okay. Hare Krishna. Anybody else? Thank you, Prabhu.
He told us the difference between the relative world and the absolute world, that is transcendental world. So whatever we, if there is something like water, we don't get water just by chanting water, but we'll get Krishna by chanting Krishna, because he has invested all his energies in his name. So we can directly tap into those energies just by chanting the names.
Yeah, because he's the absolute truth. And the absolute truth, Krishna and his name, there's no difference absolutely. In the absolute truth, it's like, in the absolute truth, in the spiritual world, there's no difference between him and his name, right? So that is how, we are associating with Krishna like that through his names. Yeah, nice. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Anybody else you want to just share one quick point? What do you understand from today's class? What is your takeaway from today's class or from Prabhupada lecture? Anyone of this?
There is no substitute for the Hare Krishna mantra.
Prabhu, there's no
Maha.
substitute for Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It's the best, okay? Just
The
think
best.
about it, okay? God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Prabhupada says this very nicely. I love this point, okay? He said, the best name of God is Krishna. Why? Because Krishna means all attractive. God has to be all attractive. God has to be all attractive. Otherwise, He is not God. So, all attractive is God. Krishna means all attractive. So, the best names, Krishna, Rama. Rama also, we know, so powerful names, Rama. So powerful, right? We see Lord Shiva gave Ramanama to Parvati Devi. Sridhara Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorama. Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanam Varane. Such a powerful names of Krishna and Rama in this mantra, right? And Radharani also. And such a wonderful mantra. Very beautiful mantra. Okay, please chant this Hare Krishna Maha mantra. Okay, and be happy. Okay, devotees. Thank you. Let's stop here.